Happy to.
Let's go.
Alright. Well, thank you for making 14 Steps to Heart. It's, I think it's a wonderful album. And am I right in saying that it's very much a family album?
Yeah, I would say so, without question. It's definitely it's a powerful record because it really, you know, I make that ghostwriter record, and like, how do you top it? You know, you're not really trying to top it, but you know that you're known for making quality music and being a songwriter. You know, and so I dug in with this album, 14 Steps. The early days of rock and roll, put it this way, my early
age.
Days, pardon?
The analog age.
The analog age, which I happen to like. Yeah, I'm not a digital guy, you know. I try to do everything analog to this day, but certain things are digital, but you keep the basics analog.
I used to be a contortionist, doing that and doing this, swallowing rings and souls and things. Life was big and I was twisted, hanging in the playgrounds of the rich. Which is right and what is which? Time gone by, still got the itch. Can't stop the music, can't stop the music.
You set up your own label. How did that come about after being with the major record labels?
Well, we discovered something like a lot of artists do. The labels are very, how would you say, they run their own businesses. They like to choose their own artists. They like to even choose the songs. Sometimes they want you to do a cover song from such and such. I don't mind doing cover songs, but I like to from time to time. But it needs to be my choice.
Like Waiting for the Man.
Waiting for the Man. I'm waiting for you, my man. $26 in my hand. Up to Lexington, 125. Sick and dirty, more dead than alive. Oh, I'm waiting for my man. That's a taste, you know.
I'm waiting for my man. $26 in my hand. Up to Lexington, 125. Sick and dirty, for being alive. I say I'm waiting for my man. Hey, white boy, what you doing uptown? Hey, white girl, checking my women around. Pardon me, sir, the first thing from my mind, I've been waiting for the choo-choo's round. I'm waiting for my man.
So, meeting Lou was a very special thing. We were very attracted to one another because we had music on our brains, you know, and Oh, then I met so many other people up there. Black folks. Rudy Lombard. Rudy Lombard is not known. He was an older guy, a few years older than me, but he was very much into civil rights and dealing with black issues. Now, of course, we have Black Lives Matters, which is great, and women's lives matter. And I've been to the marching lately for the kids that were killed. I did that in a bit of a festival, but it was all about young women. That's it, young women, as I should say. I'm learning how to be understanding and see women as women, and the power of women, the intelligence of women. We men are all pretty much the same. We have to learn how to be understanding and see that a woman is often much more suitable for a job and has and has in fact more intelligence than we do.
I hold your hand, come on close, let's have a cappuccino. Give me a kiss, I come in. Everybody go shake. Baby, let's take it slow. Oceana, take me down to the undertow.
You've written about race and race relations quite a lot.
Yes.
Throughout your career.
Yes.
How do you feel about the current moment in time?
Well, I think the current moment in general is very positive because women, men, black and white, Black Lives Matter, people like Vernon Reed and a great friend of mine and a wonderful person. We get along so well. So I'm very grateful, that I get this opportunity to talk about issues and really discuss issues, and it frees me with my own issues. Like growing up in Brooklyn in Sheepshead Bay, the pain and suffering that I had as a kid with a father who was from old school Harlem. Growing up out of that and him apologizing to me as the time went by. A lot of damage done to me because of that, but emerging out of it, Always emerging out of it for me. It's always about, it's not the end of the world. It's a pain in the ass, but it's not awful. It's disturbing. It's upsetting. It makes me angry, but it's not awful. That's the Albert Ellis point of view. Nothing is awful. Nothing is a catastrophe. It's just difficult. It's just pain. It's just suffering, but you can get over it.
I can't take it. I can't take it. My father used to come home late at night, smack me in the face, smacked me in the face like that. Serious business. Up the stairs, into that house. Up the you was coming home. One more time. I don't know what to expect. I'm afraid. I cannot take it. I cannot take it. But that was long ago. It's a happy life today. A great life. A great life. Everybody. A great life. There you go. A great life. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
I pride myself with being, with having a lot of love for all kinds of people. And like on my song, every kind of people, ordinary people, extraordinary people, every kind of people. So that's been, you know, something that I learned, you know, from my early years. On my street, 15th Street and Avenue Y, in that whole block, we had mixed race way before it was even thought about, mixed race. You know, in the sense that we had a black kid here, we had an Italian kid across the street. My best friend to this day is Philip Messina. Remember that name? He's a filmmaker, and he's a wonderful guy. And we were friends since we're 14 years old. And as you know, I'll be 75 any day now. You know the song, Any Day Now. That's me. And Phil is living in LA. He's making movies. He's writing scripts. He deserves a big hand for the work that he does and his work, you know. And you know, moving along from there, the issue that's at hand now is we want to make a documentary. A documentary about my life, because it is an enormous life, you know. You know, I have a title for a song. I've seen everything. That's my story. You know, I've been there. I've done that. It doesn't mean that I want to stick around to do more of that. You know what I mean? It's life and life only. You know.
Tell the same old story. They wanna be in a rock and roll band and get them a piece of the glory. You can feel it in a heartbeat. You can feel it like a soul beat. You can hear it in the bass line. You can feel it in the backbeat. R-O-C-K-Y. I'm sweeping across the nation. R-O-C-K-Y. It's giving me a great sensation. R-O-C-K-Y. Pretty soon I'm gonna need a vacation. Hey! R-O-C-K-Y. R-O-C-K.
I'm in a very good place, you know, and have been for quite a while. You know.
You've written very angry songs as well.
Yeah.
and very sad songs. But would you consider yourself to be an optimistic person?
I want to see better things.
Mm.
You know, I feel good about my life. I want to see the right wing become different. And I think that the right wing today is very ashamed of what's going on there. And I think there are a lot of right-wing conservatives who are decent people. I'm not interested in that, but you have to call a spade a spade. There's some really nice people there, you know, and I think that's very good for me to know that and say that, because it keeps the conversation open.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
Rather than becoming a two-party divide thing.
Exactly, you know, and life is very much about learning, very much about making things clear to yourself, letting other people teach you what they know, being open-minded, giving people information that they could use. I'm very engaged in that with the younger people, telling them, you know, try this, try that, you know, give it a chance. If you're not sure about it, keep working on it and see if you might find that at the end of the rainbow is something special.
You don't always necessarily have the solutions either. Like in a song, for instance, like Long Island Winter.
Coney Island Winter.
Coney Island Winter. Sorry. You're talking about gentrification and how a neighborhood changes and all of that, and it's more like a reportage, a report, rather than you having the solution to all of what's going on. It feels like you want to start a conversation there more than anything else.
Well, I'm very interested in that because. You know, as I'm getting older, I'm still recording, I'm still performing, but I want to have something to say. You know, I Black Lives Matter, I support all these things, you know, women's movement things. I'm learning more about women myself, and it's a revelation, you see, because we men have been so narrow-minded, me, and I'm the king. I've had my comeuppance.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Garland Jeffreys, and I'm signing off.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, my pleasure.